I've lived here for about 12 years now. I've always paid my rent on time, but this last year has been just horrifying. I've had gallbladder removed. I've had 5 stents put in to unclog the vein to my heart. And now I have other health problems. And I'm behind on my rent. I'm worried about getting kicked out and being on the street. I wouldn't last out on the streets, I can tell you that. I'm stressing out. My health isn't good. I just need help.
This is Tristan Jackson. He just turned 2 in June. When I had Tristan, he was born with complex medical needs. So we were in the hospital for about 6 months. The 3rd day that we were discharged, Tristan stopped breathing. I ran downstairs with the baby and I screamed for somebody to call 911. And we spent another 3 or 4 months in the hospital. So when I was pregnant, I had already planned on going into a shelter because of my relationship. It was just not a healthy relationship. And I know that Mary's Place partners with Seattle Children's Hospital, so the transition of getting into the shelter was really easy. I eventually found employment. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but I made the leap of faith and I moved. I've been in this place for a little bit more than a year now. I just finally was getting my life together, and then I'm behind on my rent. And with the moratorium, not knowing when it was going to end, my biggest fear would be going back to homelessness, not being able to provide for my son. That is scarier than anything for me.
At Mary's Place, we provide connections to community resources, rental assistance, and a path to financial stability. Keeping families in their homes helps reduce trauma, ends the cycle of homelessness, and is so much more cost-effective than shelter. It's a strategy that we know works.
Whenever Mary's Place has faced a crisis, we have turned to our community for help. We need your help again. The crisis of homelessness, the pandemic, and racism is disproportionately impacting our neighbors. We can all do something. We are so much better together. We can solve this crisis. No child has to sleep outside.
This is all people have is their home. I remember feeling so empty and feeling like I couldn't provide for my child because I was homeless. I was in a shelter, and there's nothing worse than not being able to have somewhere to go home to.
I've been depressed, and now I'm getting some help. It's a big relief. It's off my shoulders, so I can breathe again.
Having our own place is the best feeling in the world. He loves cooking with me. We play, we read, and it just felt so good to be able to give my son his own room. It is the best feeling in the world. It really is.